Hello, everyone. Welcome to Queer Games Heck Yeah. I'm Luke Miller, your host for the day. I'm a game dev. I'm helping out with the Queer Games Festival this year, taking screenshots of games. And so I thought since I'm playing through the games, I'll stream a little bit just to give a little flavor of these games, create a bit of space for them, see what's, share the joy, I guess. Um, and we're well into it. But I think this is like, the 10th, 12th, 14th game that we've played, or we're about to play. And so I'm glad that you're here. I mean, that's the setup, really. And it's a pretty chill time, just talking about what I like and what I don't like, although the what I don't like is a very rare on the ground, I've got to say, so far. I mean, that could change today. This could be the worst game I've ever played. It's extremely unlikely, but I go in cold. Part of going in cold is that I don't know whether what content's in the game. So if you don't want surprise content, then this stream's not for you. Because it could be dark, it could be flippant about serious issues, it could be a bit rude. But we seem to navigate it pretty well. And as I said, we only get about half an hour into these games, and I think for for a lot of the really dark ones and the really rude ones, nothing much happens in the first half hour, so it sort of works out well. I mean, that is the big flaw with queer games, heck yeah. I mean, flaw is in, you've got this beautiful diamond, and if you look at it from different angles, the flaws mean the lights are even more beautiful in a way. So when I say there's a flaw to queer games, heck yeah, I just mean, it's got quirks. And one of them is that we don't seem to get too deep into the games, which I really, if I had unlimited time, wouldn't that be amazing? We could do a 24-hour stream. I was just, as part of being on Twitch, I mean, you may be watching this on YouTube, but I'm streaming it originally on Twitch. Um, Check out some of the other channels, and there are people doing 24-hour streams, and you're like, I can see how they got there, and I would never rule it out because I see the allure. As a kid, I always wanted my own TV station, and I've basically got that here. I guess that's kind of the Twitch promise, really. We were so tight with our intros. We were just like bam, 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 bam. We even got to the content warning in a record amount of time, but then I just derailed it. But we'll get there. We'll get to the game pretty quickly. I'm just gonna check the mic. Damn it, that's annoying. We start off so clean today. Yeah, okay, we're fine. We're fine with the mic. Okay. What else is there to say? I'll check my little list. Content warning, queer games. Oh yeah, why do we like queer games? Well, most videos I give a little essay about why I like queer games. So if you've seen the videos before, you may be a bit tired of it, but I'll give a quick one. Basically, I think queer games are ahead of the trend for mainstream games by a few years at the moment. Especially when it comes to capturing personal experiences in games. Autobiography, biography, we never really associate those terms with gaming, but in queer games, it's almost the majority of games. Contemporary settings are very common. When you think books and films, like 99% of them are set in a contemporary era, but it's the opposite in games. They're almost always fantasy or sci-fi. I mean, that's changing, and I think partly because of the amazing storytelling of queer devs over the last few years have kind of shown the way forward that. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. If you want the full list, watch the other videos. Today's game is Vivica's Heart, and I'm actually really excited about this, even though I go in cold, because it's so beautiful. It is just already one of the most beautiful games I've seen in the Queer Games Festival. The banner on the website where you download it from on itch, it's a free game as well, which is crazy to me with this quality of art. The banner is that it was made in a month for Spooktober, which I believe is a Halloween-related event in the US. And, I mean, I can't draw to save my life, so I'm just blown away by this. Let's give it a go. Content warning. I love content warnings because A, I think games should be able to speak for themselves, but B, I love a little essay at the start of a game. But let's give it a go. Very typical violence, gore alluded to, but not directly shown and described in a non-graphic way. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Some references to trauma-related memory loss and disassociation. I'm okay with that. Sound effects are present, but can be disabled to preferences. I'm okay with that. Please see itch.io game page for more detailed warnings which may have spoilers. Okay, that sounds promising. The story includes time loops. Please use the time loops to gather ending keys within the same playthrough without reloading. Well, that sounds a bit complicated to me. A playthrough can be returned. Everyone's got a different play style. Mine is that I am terrible. So if there's anything more complicated than hitting the enter key, we're going to struggle. We're going to struggle on this stream. This is why I don't play like platformers. Please use the time loops to gather ending keys within the same playthrough without reloading. A playthrough can be returned to by using the save load or by the continue button on the title screen. Okie dokie. Now if you watch the stream, you know pretty much I'm super inspired by speech bubble or talkbox art. I actually think it is a whole subgenre of art that deserves its own art gallery or own museum, really. And here we have a fine example. Maybe it's a little bit busy because you've got that really cool border and then the flower motif, and then I want to say the star shape thing, and then a bit of texturing on the background. But it works, it works. Oh, and then the fade at the bottom. You take the knife with trembling hands. Worried voice. Are you ready? No. But you never will be, and there's no more time. If you've changed your mind, she can't, she promised. There's no other way. Alright, we're off to a great start. What the hell?
This is it.
This is
We're here.
the best art I've ever seen in a game in the history of the universe. And also voice acting. The holy grail of indie dev. A forest blooms out of the darkness, and a hand steadies your arm. God, this art is amazing. You don't recognize this place, and you don't know where you were before. Looking back, looking inwards, yields only blankness. I don't understand. Even your voice feels unfamiliar. What? Oh, I'm here to take screenshots, and now I'm worried that I'm going to be taking a screenshot every 5 seconds. I only need a few. The woman before you is a stranger. Her features are painted with a delicate mask. The house is hidden. I will reveal it to you so you may enter. Do you remember the instructions? I don't remember anything. Oh no, I can't tell which is highlighted and which is... Okay, so the dark red is the highlighted one. Okay. I don't remember anything. I'm sorry, I did wonder if the journey would undo our work so far. This is our first loop. You can't judge us for not knowing, masked woman. But fear not, you will have the instructions with you. It's not just that, it's everything. I don't even know my name. I'm sorry, I know it must be hard to be a stranger to yourself, but it is necessary. You agreed to it. That's a nice little moment with the text updated on the same text box. I'm also learning as I play through, because I make games on the side occasionally. Terrible ones. Well, no, I shouldn't talk myself down. There's 6 out of 10s, which is a pass. It will keep you safe as you enter the house. You are no one with no malicious intent, so when you enter, she will not be able to sense you. It is safer this way. That's really solid. That's like sending the hobbits to Mount Doom, because it's like they're so innocent, they'll just get past all the guards. Once inside the house, do not stop to look at anything. Follow only the instructions and nothing more. Oh no. Okay, yeah. What are the instructions? They will appear on the skin of your forearm as you go. Okay, we can do that. We can do that. Look. You lift your arm bare and see shapes well up like ink painted over your skin. They do not form words, yet they do not have to.
Enter by the front door. It will be unlocked.
Voice acting, it's so good. It gives this old streamer's voice a break. Enter by the front door, be unlocked. And then I just read it out straight away. I understand them. It means I will be with you in some small way. Who does the house belong to? It belongs to a witch. She has her powers, but if you enter as you are, she will not feel your presence. Don't over-explain. We'll lose our innocence. Your purpose is as small and harmless as a mouse foraging for grain. As simple as a moth seeking the light. It knows not why it seeks the brightness, only that it must. She won't sense you if your mind is empty and hollow as a bell. Yeah, my mum used to say that to me too. But once your task is complete, everything will make sense again. Have you been in the house before? Why don't you come with me? Yes. Why don't you come with me? The witch would sense my ill intent before I even reach the door. I'm afraid I cannot come closer than this. She places a mask onto your face, exquisite like her own. This will also help to protect you. Do not remove it. Secrecy and warding spells are woven through its patterns and through the very cloth of your garments. Then she touches your neck gently. A shiver runs through you like ice. There, I've done everything I can to ensure you come to no harm. Now you must go. Oh, there's a little bit of fade on the, what do you call it, blur on that too. Screenshot. Oh, I'm doing it. I'm taking a screenshot every 5 seconds. You stand alone before the witch's house. Above you, the twilight sky is a dark blue cavern, empty. Twilight sky is a dark blue cavern, yep. The breeze is soft against your cheek. It whispers something that feels like your name? Beauregard. Reginald. It sounds like... Elia. Elia? Elia. I'm going to say Elia. Feels right. I think I was called Elia. Elia? Elia? I want to say Elia. But remembering the strangest words, you try to turn your thoughts away from them. If you've watched any of the other videos, you'll know that I struggle on every name. This is the problem with having a one-syllable name called Luke. It's just, you know, anything over 1 syllable I struggle with. David. All around are drifts of pale wildflowers with white petals. There is a task you must fulfill, but as you gaze around you, it slips away. I think for our first playthrough, I don't know how long the game is. Let's follow our instructions. Ugh, God, that's it. I hated saying that. As soon as I said that, I knew it was the wrong choice. We should always try and break the game. We're not the developers' friends here. You know, it's not called Queer Games Friends Yeah. It's called Queer Games Heck Yeah. And in fact, I'm going to start just pressing buttons now. See if they've done something. Uh-oh. Oh, right. Okay. Cool. That was a really bad idea, though. Let's not do that again. Text size. Oh, it's cool that you can change all the text size. That might be built into the engine, though. Of course, we need to enter the house. Oh, self-voicing enabled. Okay. You follow the path through the flowers and up to the door. The door is not locked. It opens easily, and taking a deep breath, you step into the hall. The hallway is bathed in shadows. They form patterns that swim and dance, enticing you onwards. Nice. Oh, there's a harp. I've always wanted to play the harp. I just, unlimited time. You hesitate. A shiver creeps over your arm, and you look down to see marks on your skin.
Cross the hall and climb the stairs.
Cross the hall and climb the stairs.
Do not be distracted. Do not look around.
Approach the stairs. Look in the armory cupboard. Try the lit up door. Oh. I'm being pulled in several directions. Part of me wants to follow the instructions. But also, I told myself when I play on stream, I want to pick, like, the drama options. No, let's play it straight down the line. Approach the stairs. The staircase is vast, curving away in 2 spirals above you. As you approach it, you have the sudden sensation of walking across a frozen lake. There is a vast and ominous dark just beneath your footsteps. Sometimes an image or memory flits below the surface, bringing the sound of cracking underfoot. If you fell through into the water, you would be lost, but you step carefully, and the ice holds. As you reach the second spiral, you see a large mirror on the wall ahead of you. When you reach the mirror, your reflection floats out of the gloom. Gorgeous. If I looked like this, I'd be a very happy person. Like gazing into another reality. It's the hair, I think. Like gazing into another reality, you do not recognize yourself. Okay, let's screenshot that. You lift your hand, but the reflection doesn't move, only stares at you. Okay, that's creepy. Then comes something like a whisper.
If you look, you will see.
Oh. If you look, you will see. We should have looked through the door. You feel the mask prickle against your skin, but there is no sign of a mask in the reflection. They did say to not get distracted, so we're going to continue. Cautiously you step back, and as you turn away, the mirror remains silent. You continue up the stairs. At the top of is a set of double doors, which open out onto a shadowy ballroom. Music's quite spooky too. The outside of the house is not big enough to hold this room within. It's got a bit of a TARDIS happening. What could this place be? The sound of ice cracking underfoot. It does not matter. There is something important to remember, but your mind is now blank. You look down at the patterns on your arm.
When you cross the ballroom, keep your eyes fixed on the door across from you.
It fades and reforms.
Do not look right. Do not look left. Do not waver.
You step onto the silk-covered floor. The air tastes thick and strangely sweet. Oh... Look, if it's a 5-minute game, we'll do a second run-through, I reckon. I'm hoping that, like, if we rush through this to get to the end, maybe we can loop and come back. And for the first time ever on Queer Games, heck yeah, do a second playthrough. As you walk, it feels as though your eyes are watching you. A prickle at the back of your neck. You are nothing and no one. But what didn't she want you to see? Something is watching you, something beside you, something close. There are shadows dancing at the edge of your vision. Close your eyes and keep walking. You close your eyes and continue on. Finally, your hands find the doorway. You scrabble against it, looking for a handle. A liar. No. And then you find it, wrench it open, and stumble through. When you finally open your eyes, you find yourself before another flight of stairs, twisting endlessly above you. There are small candles lighting the way. The nearest one drowns in a pool of wax. You put a hand into your pocket as though you might carry a spare taper with you. Instead, you draw out an object bound in white cotton. You look at your arm.
Climb the stairs of the tower. Offer what is in your left pocket to the door.
Okay, we can do that. Left. This is the offering. An image, fleeting, of nuts and berries left by a forest spring. There is a dark liquid beginning to seep through the cotton. Collecting berries in a white handkerchief, the red juice staining the fabric. It feels heavier than fruit. Why would we... We'll put it back in our pocket. Okay. Look in your other pocket. Climb the stairs. You climb and climb, higher and higher. Your love, is lifting me higher. Then finally you reach the top of the staircase. There is a door, and set within it is a brass hatch. This must be for the offering.
Offer what is in your left pocket to the door.
Take the item from your left pocket. Okay. I feel like we're being played a bit, though. You know what I mean? Like, the person in the forest just gave us a random mission and pointed us in the direction and said, oh, don't think about it. Don't question your mission. Just do it. I'm like... I've played the games like this before, and it almost always ends poorly. It is Spooktober. Spooktober? Spocktober. No, wait. That'll be Star Trek. You remove the cotton-wrapped object from your pocket. It is a pretty spooky game. I mean, I was too scared to click on the other options, so this worked on me. Oh no, I forgot. Unwrap it and place it on the door? Place it into the door. Leave it wrapped and placed into the door. Like, we're literally not asking any questions. You watch as the offering appears to be swallowed into the metal, then it's gone. The door is unlocked. As you lift your hand to open it, you catch sight of your arm.
Open the door, into the room, and open the shutters. Remove what is in your right pocket and close your eyes. Then unwrap it.
I really like this mechanic of you just kind of have to do what you're told. I think there's some other games about that. Like, this is where I wish being an academic was actually coming quite handy, you know, where you actually had this sort of body of knowledge to draw on. But it's a good mechanic, I like it. Because it's like your own fear keeping you in line, and any game that kind of provokes an emotion, I think, is tick, tick, tick. The room is shadowed. There is a shuttered window set into the wall. The shutters are closed. Oh, we're just going to go to the window. As you approach, nothing seems strange about the window itself. But the shadows around you shift, as though uneasy. You do not look into the corners. You do not look. The window looks out over a dark grey sky and the still forest. You close your eyes and unwrap the silk. Underneath you can feel something sharp and cold against your skin, another offering perhaps. Eyes closed tightly, you unwrap the final layer. Then, brightness bursts beyond your eyelids, searing your vision red. Oof. When the brightness fades, you finally dare to open your eyes. Oh. There is something glittering in the palm of your hand, streaming up and away from it 1,000 threads of shimmering light. It's quite pretty. Screenshot. They weave their way up into the sky and set themselves like jewels into the darkness. And that's how we got stars. You think they must be important, but as you look out into the glittering distance, it means nothing. Oh. Eventually a pale shape comes fluttering towards you. The moth enters the window, and suddenly the masked woman is standing before you. She smiles at you with great tenderness.
Thank you, my dearest. Thank you.
Uh-oh, have we freed the ultimate evil? It sounds like a very Luke thing. Now we must leave before the tower crumbles to dust. She takes your hands. And suddenly you're standing in an unfamiliar part of the forest. She gazes up at the sky, her expression radiant. Look at them, the stars restored to the firmament, the curse lifted, and our wards restored, and you are safe once again. She gently removes the mask from your eyes. You feel strangely unsteady. The stars were cursed? Yes, or to be precise, stolen, but your kindling star has drawn them home. How would someone even steal the stars? Her face twitches with irritation, then she sighs. From a very tall tower, and with a magic we shall not speak of, centuries of work undone. You of course no longer remember, but it was us witches who brought this land to fruitfulness. Before it was a cursed place, the earth lay barren and disease stalked the land. We wove our warding spells to shine down with the stars themselves. With the loss of those spells, Vivica caused untold suffering. Oh, why did she want to do this? She believed that increasing the witch's longevity was the key to maintaining this land. It is true that our numbers grow thin, and that this endangers the wards, but her methods were unacceptable. She ran an agile shop. When we cast her out, she sought to change our minds by showing us what we risked. I think we're only hearing part of the story here. Like, I'm kind of already on Vivica's side, and I know nothing about her. When we cast her out, she sought to change our minds by showing us what we risked, she sighs. But the unbinding of this greater work, it will have broken her power. She will no longer be able to cause any harm. Are you letting her live? Yes, it was decided. Powerless as she is still a witch, and we are so few, we do not wish to cross that line. Then, not when undoing her harm has already cost us so dearly. Your mind catches on the word harm. You find yourself thinking of the strange and shifting air in the ballroom. Oh. Do you think that's us? Like when we walked across the ballroom, there was like echoes of us. The sickly sweet scent as you walked across it unseeing. Your expression must have changed as she shakes her head kindly. It's best not to dwell on these things. Come, we should return to the city where the council will convene in great celebration. She smiles at you, but you cannot return it. Your face feels frozen. Excuse me. It's amazing how... Oh. It's amazing how just like half an hour of talking can really drain the voice. Something scratches the back of your thoughts, just under the surface, like a root contorted, trying to sift through barren soil. You said that I would understand afterwards, but I don't feel any different. I don't even know who you are. She looks conflicted for a moment, then sighs. My name is Esh, daughter of the Lunatides. In Umbra I am most powerful, for I am the harbinger of light. As leader of the council, the safety of this land is entrusted to me. As for the rest, I'm sorry I misled you, but it was necessary. We couldn't send someone who understood what they were doing to have any hope of reaching the wards of the tower. I thought we reached the end of the game. Wait, I'm just going to mute it just for a moment so I can have my little coughing fit. I'll be right back. Well, it's either just dry throat from, going a bit hard too early, or it's coronavirus. No, it's not. How did I break the wards? Why? How did you make me like this? How did you make me like this? She hesitates. This isn't my work. You did this to yourself. Classic Luke. Then how do I do it? Her gaze flickers to your hands and then away. You chose to do something that would break you apart from yourself. Everyone was in agreement. You cannot remember it, and it cannot be undone, so I would leave it be. Leave it be. There are more questions on your tongue, but you see you will not get any real answers. You think that perhaps you don't want them. Now let us return to the city, so we may celebrate. Or, if you are tired, you can rest in your new lodgings. She smiles. It may be strange for you to believe, but you and I used to be close in the past. Our new lodgings. Have we just got a new fancy house with a ballroom? Upgrade. Are we Vivica? Oh, that would be cool. I've prepared a house for you not far from mine, and I think it would be just to your tastes. And anything else you desire, you shall have it. It's a nice offer. You don't reply. When you don't reply, her smile falters. I know this must feel upsetting, but by tomorrow it will be nothing more than a strange dream. You do not believe her. Coiled at the back of your mind are 100 awful things you saw but chose not to see. You think maybe they are waiting for you to see them. You think maybe you will not leave until you have seen. She holds out her hand. Come, we will walk a short way before we can return. The magic here is now too unstable to transport us that far. You take her hand, close your eyes, and let her lead you away. You are opening a door and not looking right or left. You are climbing the stairs. You were in that place barely a turn of the glass, almost no time at all, and yet, in your hands there is a black silk, like the spool of a river, dark. There is white cotton, like the spill of bandages, pale.
If you look, you will see.
Ooh, you do not want to see. Key 10, eyes shut. Okay, that was awesome. That was so good. Oh. You have found your first ending key. It is the main end, but is not the true end. Continue the same playthrough to discover more. Oh man, I'm screenshotting this. Okay, what have we got here? We've unlocked 10 with these little crystal things. Okay. I don't know how we continue. Oh, I just clicked on stuff. 3 matching key gems and main ending 10 are required to unlock a true ending epilogue. The collected ending keys can be viewed at any time from the keys button on the quick menu. On the below quick menu, right. Collect more keys and then follow the story to this ending once more. No epilogues yet unlocked. Well, we only want to give games half an hour, or we only can give them half an hour, and we're really bumped up against that. Let's start a new playthrough, and we'll try and look so that we can see. We'll try and look so that we can see, and then after we've done one or two of those, we'll unfortunately have to move on, but I'm kind of super intrigued. I've got a lot of theories. My first theory is that we're Vivica. My other theory is that this is Vivica, and she's been tricking us somehow. In the ballroom, that's our ghost from our previous playthroughs is kind of walking around with us. Oh, I don't know what the mirror is. The mirror is our true self, maybe, that we've locked away. The woman is removing her hand from your neck with a gentle smile. You sway as though waking from a strange dream. What just happened?
What do you mean?
I don't know, I just felt strange for a moment. Do not worry, the necklace is just a final protection against harm. Do not be concerned by it. Of course, the protections for when you enter the house. She just told you about them. So why does this conversation feel so distant? You shake off your sense of unease. I understand. Good, now you must go. Are we waiting for someone? Through her own mask, her eyes turn sharp. Who? I don't know, I feel like there should be someone with me. We are the only ones here. Try not to think of anything, or anyone else. The sooner you go, the sooner everything will be clear again. Go carefully, and I will see you soon. You stand alone before the witch's house. The breeze is soft against your cheek. It whispers something that sounds like a liar. It feels familiar. Something in you responds to it. I think that was once my name. But remembering the stranger's words, you try to put it from your mind. There is a task you must fulfill, but as you gaze around, it slips away. Okay, we're going to look around the garden. You turn away from the path and walk into the garden. The flowers sway around you, waist high, as if in a dance. Dance? Dance. They shine milk pale in the darkness. A moth flutters against your neck. It's the witch. We're going to be a bit more active in this playthrough, so we're going to brush it away. You lift your hand to your neck and catch sight of the patterns on your skin.
Enter by the front door. It will be unlocked.
Pause to smell the flowers. I've seen The Wizard of Oz. I know what happens here. You pause for a moment and look around. Perfume rises from the flowers like a cloud. An image comes to you. She would put a drop on her left wrist, trace a scented line on the back of her right hand. She would put a drop on her left wrist, trace a scented line on the back of her right hand, and lift her hair to massage it. On the nape of her neck. Yeah, I can't quite reach. As she did so, her hair would cascade from her arm like scented silk on her shoulders. You inhale the scent and sink to your knees. Your fingers dig into the soil. It's so peaceful here, your eyelids feel heavy. It doesn't matter though, you are only no one. You lie back on the grass, petals fall on your eyelids. It reminds you of another name, but you cannot quite remember. Maybe it will come back to you. Maybe Isabel will be here when you wake up. Who's Isabel? Key 1. Scent is memory. Okay, that was good for us. 3 matching gems in the main ending 10 are required to unlock a true ending epilogue. Then, silence. All is darkness and you are nowhere. Then the darkness recedes. You are standing in a forest with a stranger before you. What just happened?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? I don't know, I just felt strange for a moment. Do not worry, the necklace is just final protection against harm. You are not, do not, of course, protections. She told you about them. I understand. Are we waiting for Isabel? Yes. Through her own mask, her eyes turn sharp. Who? I don't know, I feel there should be someone with me. She takes a slow breath. We are trying to think of anyone or anything else. Yes. Okay, that's great. I mean, I love this loop idea. This is so clever. But alas, alas. That was Vivica's heart. That was the little snippet we saw was sensational. I could just tell there was so much happening under the hood. Like, there was not a wasted line in that playthrough. And at the first one, we barreled straight for ending 10. And we were allowed to. To me, that's good. That's good game design, right? Is like, yes, the game wants you to explore the other endings, but also it's kind of got that spine of like, maybe you should play its basic first, and then don't worry, you can come back and you'll be able to do the other stuff. And there was breadcrumbs everywhere. We got world building without, like, we got shown, not told, like the whole Isabel thing. Yeah, what a great start to Queer Games Heck Yeah today. I've got no complaints at all. That was really wonderful. Alright, well, I'm going to take a break. I'll be back with another game. If you're watching this on Twitch, we'll be back in about 5 minutes. If you're watching this on YouTube, I don't know when the next video will be up. I don't know when the last video went up. And I don't know if this video will even ever go up. So if you're watching it, it's a bit of a miracle. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk soon.